Give them time. Hi, everybody.
Hi, build it and they will come. So start the live and they will come. So yes, hi everybody, especially watching on playback. I was just been really like thinking about this guy for months now. As many of you know, last year I did a para oracle with Cleo the Seer on the Alaskan Triangle, and one of the things that came up was the mysterious death of one of the one of the CIA's best remote viewers for the government, the military, and how he died after discovering an alien base in Mount Hayes. And so I've been really wanting to kind of just take a quick look at him again. And I was just really wanting to do something tonight. And I said, hey, Sherry, want to join me?
She
And
knows
here
I'm a
she
sucker for
is.
paranormal stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Hi,
Sherry and I go
Joyful
way
Journey.
back.
See, we got somebody here.
Hi, Joyful Journey. So, yeah, Sherry has been with me doing these kind of reads for 2 years now. Usually she's the one that's just like, always been like, oh, yeah, I'll read on that. As long as we, entertainment purposes only, let's take a look. So,
Yeah, I love the paranormal. That was, I mean, I've always been intrigued by it. But like I said, when internet radio first started up,
hi,
that's when I
Isadora.
discovered Lon and Para X and all that stuff.
Me too.
And that was kind of the beginning of opening the door back up for me for spirit to come in and
Yeah.
say, okay, you've had us in the closet long enough. Time for you to wake up and grow up. And
Yep.
hi, Isadora.
Yep. She's joining us as well. Yeah, Isadora likes joining us too for our investigative tarot on Wednesdays with Jackie. And Sherry did that one with me over the holiday season. So that was fun having you on that one too.
Yeah.
So, but this has got a paranormal twist. And some people say, oh, conspiracy theory. But actually, when I started looking into this guy for tonight, just to jot some stuff
You
down,
know,
other things were coming out, kind of like rabbit hole stuff. And I was just like, okay, this is just going to be a light read. Sherry and I probably won't be on for more
there
than
are
a
a
minute,
lot of
but
unexplained things in this world
mm-hmm,
and off of
we're
it
here.
that we have no way of explaining who, what, when, where, how, or why. And conspiracy theories, of course, that's where they crop up from, is because there are no facts, there's no information to fill in those holes of what the hell is going on. And so,
There's always a seed of truth, though. There's something
yeah,
that's actually happens
most
that, and yeah,
I would say 99.9% of your conspiracy theories have a little grain of truth in there somewhere. Somebody stumbled across a piece of information or ran into somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody, or that kind of thing. So there's always that little bit, that's out there. And some people hear it and go, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." And that's as far as it goes. And then other people take it and run and they fill in the holes themselves. Just whatever their brain concocts. Um, and if they can maneuver facts to fill the holes that they're trying to fill, then they jump on it. And so I like it because to me, it's always been intriguing. I
mm-hmm,
believe in paranormal stuff. I lived in a haunted house when I was
me too.
younger. I've seen ghosts. I watched one attack my mother, who was across the room from me, and just boom, just punched her, knocked her clean back a good
Yeah,
6, 7 feet into the
those you
opposite
got to
wall.
watch for.
And I've
Mm-hmm.
I've seen, heard, and felt things. I know it's there, but I can't explain it,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what it all is.
And this is just
And
a
I don't know
couple
if it's
ladies
all
looking
good
at
or if
tarot
it's all
cards.
bad. So
Yeah.
I'm interested. It's like if I can draw cards on it and maybe find some answers, then yeah.
Well, answers that we might think are, that's why I always like with YouTube is like, this is for entertainment purposes. There are things that I will be discussing that are based in fact, but just for people, like I said, to take it with a grain of salt. These are a couple of tarot readers throwing some cards around. Anything that we might feel that we get answer wise is not, um, you know,
Yeah.
you know,
Nothing's
true,
carved in stone.
or it can be used, but it's just something that, like Joyful Journey says, so fascinating. She just watched the video on Admiral Byrd and the Hollow Earth theory. So that's a very popular theory as well that goes around. So um, but yeah, with Pat Price though, a lot of people realize, have heard of the Bermuda Triangle, and then there is an area like in the Pennsylvania, Massachusetts area. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the name of that one, but there's also one in Alaska, because within Alaska, especially the Triangle, it's like 16,000 people roughly within a year have gone missing. And some
Plus,
of
you have
it
to
can.
look at the fact it's got some of the highest mountain peaks in the world there.
Mhm.
It's much further to the North Pole, so you've got a lot of that magnetic push and pull from being up by the poles. You've got treacherous, cold weather of the likes that we would probably never see. I hope to God that I never see that kind of cold. Um, and because of the treacherous terrain, the only
People
way
get
to
lost.
really get from
Mhm.
place to place to place is in the little airplanes, or helicopters.
Well, some planes go disappearing without a trace. There have
Yeah.
been hikers who are there 1 minute, a person turns around, they're gone. And a lot of times, too, some of these people are seasoned, but with this Alaskan Triangle. Okay, so we're going to back it up a little bit because there's a mountain in the Alaskan Triangle known as Mount Hayes. And this is
Yep.
based on where we're going with this. So Pat Price was
Remote
actually a
viewer.
retired Burbank police officer
Yeah.
who had, psychic abilities. And the CIA got wind of him because he was working on other projects, and they hired him to be a part of the Stargate project. And this is real. This is at the time during the Cold War. We were at odds with Russia. Nixon was president. He was threatening nuclear war with Russia, and the military CIA were just like, they don't
Yeah.
know if it's either the Americans got a win
Russia
of.
parked nuclear warheads right off the coast of Florida there in
Yeah.
Cuba, and yeah.
So the military, heard that, the Soviets were also looking into using psychics for remote viewing certain areas to kind of see, again, an idea of whose missiles were where, who was doing what. And Pat Price really impressed the CIA military on him being able to draw a picture of a special type of crane that they already had a picture of. So they knew that he was, the real deal. So he worked with the government. And at one point, what they would
Yeah.
do basically is they would give a psychic um, coordinates, when the remote viewers coordinates. And then the psychic would go into their state of mind, their trance or meditation, and they would go by the coordinates, and they would start drawing or relaying in words what they were seeing, like what Sheila does with her remote viewing, and some other of our fellow readers.
Yeah, you have
And
Sheila, you have Whimsy. There's quite a few that do the remote viewing that it just
hi, Fatima.
trips me out when they do it. Hi, Fatima.
And so one
Hi.
day he was given these coordinates, and instead of
Keep
tapping
talking. I
into
gotta
or
get the
connecting with
cards.
those coordinates, he was actually drawn to a different site, which in that field is known as an attractor. And it was over the energy or whatever, but he was drawn elsewhere. And he was, going into this mountain. He had the name for the mountain. And when he was going in, he was like, oh, there's a base inside this mountain. And as he kept going in further and further into his his psychic viewing, he knows that, wait a minute. And he was describing, this looks alien. This looks like a spacecraft. And at one point, he did see humanoid like alien individuals in a ship or at consoles. The piping, he was doing a really interesting discussion, well, not discussion, description, excuse me, of what he was seeing. And then what kind of really shook him was that realizing that, wait a minute, there's humans in there working alongside them. And so he, kind of when he came out of it, he was letting them know, this is what I saw. Do you guys, blah, 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 blah. And within a month, I think, or two, or not long after he had done the viewing and given that information, he had a meeting at his hotel. So what happened was, what I have heard, because there's different, sources, and I'm just kind of like just
Hi,
glazing over
Nancy.
the main. Hi, Nancy. And so what basically happened is that he had a file of what he saw, and he had a meeting with a member of the NSA, allegedly. And next thing you know, he's, in his hotel room. He has the meeting. He goes back, he's not feeling well, and then boom, just out of nowhere, he dies of a heart attack in his hotel room. And some people might say, well, yeah, that happens. He was he was older. That could have very well. But the thing is that after he died, his wife and family didn't even know it until after his body was taken, completely cremated, before the wife and the family were even notified. So something was being hidden.
Well, plus,
And
one of the little documentary thingies I watched, they talked about when he had gone back to the hotel for the meeting and everything, and as he was walking through the crowd of people, he felt something really sharp on his leg,
yeah,
like
that was
somebody
also a
had
description.
cut him or stuck him with something, but he couldn't find anything. He didn't see, and nobody seemed to react to anything. And it
Hmm.
was later that night he started getting sick, and the next day he died. So
Yeah. And so some of the speculation in the threads, like on Reddit and stuff, it's like, well, did he have a file? Was he wanting to, come, out and talk about this, and the military needed to quiet, the government needed to quiet him? Or was it that someone even suggested maybe it was Soviet? Someone found out that he might have had more information, or he was too good and they were concerned about him getting into. So I just, for some reason, like I said, this guy, just I just keep seeing his face and his name, and I thought, well, why not just spend maybe half hour, just throw some cards and see what we get. And as always, again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. This is just us looking at some cards, and none
just a
of this
couple of old
is.
ladies throwing cards.
Yeah, well, speak for yourself, old ladies. Just kidding.
I got the hair to prove it. So
Oh, yeah, me too. Look at that. That's why I had to pull my hair down. So,
oh, god damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
ooh, and she's spicy. Well, yeah, she lives in Louisiana, so you just got some of that Louisiana spice right
Ah,
there. So
Spirit is
something like
giving
that
me a
happened in
hard
North
time
Korea.
today. I get a deck of cards, I shuffle, it spits out everywhere.
Yep.
Listening.
So I figure we can always ask the cards and ask that, I figure the one question we could automatically start out with is, did Ray Price, no, why do I keep calling him Ray? Ray Price was a singer back in the day. No, Pat Price. And I'll just show a quick picture of when he was older.
Ray
This
Price was a
gentleman right
country
here.
singer.
I found a younger picture for him for the thumbnail. But Pat Price, so did he actually,
Okay, I think I got them
or
all.
did he, or what did what, okay, so did what, I can't talk tonight. So
You can't
what,
talk and I can't shuffle. What there?
we make a great team tonight. So what Pat Price was able to remote view this alien base in Mount Hayes. I fear that would be a good question to start out with and see what the card says. Did he actually remote view a base? Now, just keep in mind too that, and this is information that is out there that's verifiable, is that he was one of the CIA's best remote viewers, along with Ingo Swan and also Joyful Journey mentioned. Where's the other gentleman's name? Russell Targ. So there was a whole group of these people that were working on with the CIA. And that's fact. So that's something I'm not making up. Now, not long after, you know, by I think it was the 90s, the military CIA said that, oh, there's nothing to this Stargate. We're closing the program down. Well, that's a crock. I mean, otherwise, you know, there's other
It didn't get
evidence that's
closed down.
already
It
out
just
there.
got
Yeah.
shifted into
So, but yeah, I just
into
want
the
to.
public doesn't need to know.
Yeah, so I thought it might be good to start out with this if what Pat Price remote viewed really was an alien base in Mount Hayes in Alaska. And if anybody, I know Isadora, you have cards or you have a pendulum. If anybody wants to share, if they feel inclined. Like I said, this is just going to be a light read, just a light view. Um, because like AJ from the Y File says, you got to be careful too on YouTube with what, make sure you have your entertainment purposes only and disclaimers in place, because sometimes YouTube gets a little funny, but this is going to be a light read. So Joyful Journey, the government invested 20 million per year. That was something. Yeah, there was something to it. Okay, Isadora using your rider weight. Very cool. So Pat Price, did you actually remote view an alien base inside Mount Hayes? And I'm already getting yes, energetic wise. Um, so let's see. Alrighty. Oh wow. Okay, what's at the bottom? Oh, this is interesting. Okay, well, Sherry's still shuffling. I'm looking at this card going, how can this be?
I'm
But
pulling cards from 3 different decks.
so for me, automatically right off the bat, he was given different coordinates to remote view, right? But instead, he got into an attractor. So for me, this feels like this is him in a way, sitting, trying to focus on the coordinates that the government gave him to focus on a location, but instead what they call the attractor caught his attention. Knight of Swords, man, that to me, he did. For me, I'm looking at this and going, it just feels, because he was drawn right into there. His abilities, his mind, everything was just pulled right to this location. I mean, there you go, the Knight of Swords. He just flew right in there. Wheel of Fortune, whether this was good luck or bad, well, eventually, and not being, I don't think, very good luck for him, but the Wheel of Fortune, the ties turned. He was meant to see this. Ace of Swords, brand insight. Wait a minute, what is this? Humans working with aliens? What's going on here? And he said I remember in another video that he did not like the energy, that it didn't really feel very good to him. It felt very it kind of felt dark to him. I got the Princess of Cups, and for me, with the cups, is that I'm not saying that this was he was a newer, but with the cup, it's like there's the fish coming out, the turtle's coming out, and it's looking at him. And with this here, she's looking at you, going, "Really, this is what's going on." And the cups are about, of course, the emotions, but also your intuition, your psychic ability, and yeah, he wasn't, like they said, he wasn't expecting to see that at all. And I know that it did shake him up quite a bit. Um, and that's my initial shuffle, and I'll give it over to Sherry. Hey, warrior girl,
Hi,
good to
warrior
see you
girl.
again. And Isadora got 7 of Cups and 6 of Swords.
Oh,
Interesting.
interesting.
All righty.
Okay.
Isadora, you should join me on the channel someday with Sherry and I are another reader. Bring your cups. Don't be
Absolutely.
shy. I mean, bring your cups. Bring your cards. Don't be shy. Oh,
For sure.
there goes that car
Okay.
alarm.
I
Sorry.
started out with the Light Sears deck. The first thing I got was the 5 of Pentacles. So we're looking at somebody with health issues. He died from something that was health related, whether if it was helped along or not. We don't know. Followed by the Page of Wands. So somebody who was creative, someone who had that ability to be able to look and see what was going on and to take it to the next step. Obviously, he looked and saw things that he probably shouldn't have. Um, Ending with the Magician. So you're looking at the ability to create your own magic in that respect, and that can scare people, especially people who are control freaks, because then they feel like they can't control what's being done. And when it comes to the government, yeah, they're experts at that for entertainment purposes only. Then I went to Scott's ET deck. First one I pulled says, open your mind, learn daily, teach by experience. So the first picture I saw when I pulled these was an alien face with the earth and the moon and the eye socket saying, open your mind. Followed by the next alien that pops up, follow the wisdom of positive elders. So for whatever reason, those that those that wanted him to look one way were butting heads with those that were giving him other information. And so they no longer felt in control. Ending with find your soul family, the circle of life. So there could be a reason why he connected so strongly and firmly with what he saw in Mount Hayes. He could be part of that star system and just didn't know it, wherever they're from. That could have been part of his soul family, and that's why he connected so strongly so quickly. Just a supposition. Go with me here. Okay.
That's an interesting perspective. I didn't think
And
of that.
then I went with the Starseed Oracle. The first thing I pulled was Star Ancestors. Everything in all three decks of cards that I'm pulling here has to do with families, with family attachments, with Starseed family attachments, followed by Whale and Orca Elders. And as everybody knows, whale and orcas are probably some of the smartest animals, mammals, whatever you want to call them, on the planet. They are highly intelligent. They communicate. They yeah, they know what they're doing. Ending with the Seas of Mintara, which again is another star system. So everything I pulled here keeps coming back to family ties, star systems, star family, star ancestors. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe he wasn't in some way um, a part of whatever ET group it is that's in charge of Mount Hayes and what's going on. Is he perhaps a descendant of some of them? Is that why he was able to connect so quickly and so strongly? I mean, you would think that if you have people with a star system, ETs that are running this, have control of this mountain, they're doing their thing, working with our governments, who knows who else's governments, that they would have beings whose sole job would be to put a layer of psychic protection around them so that people don't stumble into them. As you know, people that do readings and get downloads and remote view. I mean, There are several people in our community that are strong remote viewers, you know.
Mhm.
So I'm just saying that after pulling everything, I went into this with a completely different mindset of where I was going to go with it. And then when the cards started coming, it was like, okay, that's
Hmm.
not the direction they want me to go.
So
So,
that's interesting. So I decided to pull from that same deck and then a different one. I got one called Tarot of the Haunted House that I use for my investigative tarot. And because I remember him mentioning in the video that he had reported that what he was seeing um, energetically, spiritually, it kind of scared him. And so what flew out was the Knight of Wands, and that's a very fiery card.
yeah, that would scare me too.
For me, that rush, that going in, um, I'm not sure quite yet. I'm think I'm going to pull clarifier, but then I got Hangman. I got perspective. He was seeing things from like I don't even think he might have known that this is what was even possible. It was completely a new perspective. Him seeing our people working with an alien race where we're told that the government tells you there's no such thing, whatever. I mean, I also got the Two of
That's what
Pentacles.
jumped out while you were talking. Andromeda knowledge.
Uh, so, balancing the Two of Pentacles. He's trying to balance this in his mind. It says harmonious change, but this wasn't harmonious. His brain was, trying to figure out. That's why he kept saying, "I got to keep going deeper." Ace of Cups. I mean, this was a very emotional experience for him. That fire still makes me feel like it was almost kind of like he kind of like a fear, like eruption, like you feeling that fear. Because I mean, I'm trying not to connect that necessarily with what I've already read, but I also got judgment. To him, that was an awakening. That was just like, wait a minute, what is going on? And so I moved to my tarot of the haunted house, and that's one like Isadora. I got the Seven of Cups too. He's looking at us going, wait a minute, is this delusional? Is this fantasy? What is this that I'm looking at? I also got the Three of Wands. And for me, the Three of Wands is like the third and the final, because when you start with the first, the Ace of Wands, that's an idea, and then going further, it's like, okay, this is developing more. The Two of Wands, you're looking at waiting for the ships to come in to get a closer look. Three of Wands, it's like, holy crap, it's right there. I'm looking at it. I also did get the Six of Cups, which is like a gift. So this is an exchange. So how he really felt, we don't know, because there really is the file never got released. He immediately died soon after. So this could very well be, I don't know if this is someone trying to say, well, here, this is calm down. This is what you were thinking. This could also be him realizing that the alien, the ETs were helping the military. But I know that in one of the videos they claim that he said this made him very uneasy. I did get the Four of Pentacles. Um, in this here, it's kind of like a Papa doll, but it's also for the four is it's holding that information, holding that to your chest. Um, I also got the Seven of Wands, standing your ground, defending. I think he felt that they were going to be coming after him. He did try walking away. I don't know if that was because the job was done or if he had said he didn't want to do anymore. He did have a file, and then this is kind of creepy. I got the Chariot, and this is here's your ride, sir. Let's go to your hotel. And from my crime scene, I pulled two cards, and it says killer will murder again, and victim was stalked by the killer. So I'm feeling like this was, according to my cards, some sort of hit was put on him, that somebody who was used to whoever they were working for, whether it was government, if it was another country, somebody I feel was hired to, who did this for a regular basis, an
You
assassin.
know,
We know that our government has them. we've sent people in our military to go out to take out leaders and dictators. So this is very possible. And it said victim stalked by killer. So I'm feeling like from the cards right away that this was not a natural cause, but I haven't shuffled on that yet. Did you get
Well,
anything else, Sherry?
and the hit I got when you were showing that last round of
Is it
cards
dark attractive?
was somebody jumped the gun. Somebody jumped the
Meaning what?
gun and took him out when they didn't intend for him to be taken out.
He did have that meeting allegedly with the NSA. I'm
Right.
going to shuffle to see if
So
that
they
was
may have
true.
been looking at, hey, we can bring this guy in and he can take these gifts that he peeked through our door and start peeking through other doors. Um, that just, I mean, as you were going through that last round of cards, I very, very clearly just heard they
It's the
jumped the
Seven of
gun.
Wands again.
Yeah, somebody jumped the gun. So somebody zigged when they should have zagged, and hence why there was an emergency cremation before family was notified.
I asked if the NSA, if it was true that he had a meeting with the NSA, and again, YouTube. I'm not. I'm just saying if he had a meeting, and I got again the Seven of Wands. Then I got the Three of Cups, which means the situation was resolved, and I got the King of Cups. Um, for me, I'm going to pull an extra card, and on the bottom again, there's that Knight of Wands. But I want a clarifier for this King of Cups. I feel like it was,
Somebody jumped the gun,
it's quite possible.
and it would have to be somebody
Hmm.
in a
I got the
position
World
of a
card. It
king of
came to
cups.
completion.
It would
I
be
don't know.
somebody in the position of king that would make that call.
And on this card, it's the eagle, and the eagle is the American representation. So something to do on our side. Then I got the World card.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah,
our agencies are so
I want to clarify on the Three of Cups.
are so are so
And I do not
mom
Jans do.
baseball and apple pie.
I pulled 5 cards and I asked if he did meet with the NSA before his death. And out of 5 cards, 3 of them were yes cards. Yeah, and they're on the bottom. Strife card, the Five of Wands, followed by the Lovers, and then followed by Ruin. So yeah, I think our government might have gotten too concerned about what he was tapping into. There was supposed to be allegedly a file that he had with him that he had told a friend that if
The
something were to
chariot.
happen to me, make sure you get that file. And of course, something did happen to him, but by the time, of course, the friend didn't get the file because they found him, everything was removed from the room. He was cremated without his wife and family even knowing he had passed. And that's just some shady shit. Excuse my language. Isadora got 9 of Cups. And let me
And I
put you up.
pulled a chariot on top of it.
And then yep, and I got the Chariot before too.
Another
So that was
chariot.
them. Mm-hmm.
Which to me just is that's kind of clarifying that hit that I got. Someone jumped the gun. They were in a hurry. Hurry up, fix it, fix it, fix it. Because then I got the 9 of Cups.
And so did Isadora. Look at.
Yeah, that's what I'm just looking at. It's like, okay, girlfriend, you need to get over your camera shyness. You get on air. Followed by that family thing again, 6 of Cups. You know, from birth to death.
Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you, my dear. I just shuffled
Hi,
again.
Kathy.
And what came out again? The Lovers. So people them working together. There's the 10 of Swords again, and there's the World card. So to me, this feels very much like, not of course not a love relationship, but a working relationship. Somebody working with him ruin. You have to take, and the world is coming to a completion, coming to an end. They needed to make this end and go away. And I did get also the Three of Pentacles. I also got the King of Wands rushing in, taking care of things. And like
That's the
Shari had
second
got
king you've
before, I
gotten.
got the Five of Pentacles. So yeah,
That's the second king you pulled.
I'm pulling a lot of fire, and yeah, I'm getting a lot of court cards. So people in higher ranks, people who are very passionate. The
People in
cards for the
control.
cups for him, of course, intuition, psychic ability. What I want to read on pull next is basically asking when he felt that sharp pain for a second. I just want to see if the cards will say whether or not that was him being injected with something or whatever. If that
Did
was,
somebody
yeah,
assist him
was that when he
in
got
moving
bumped?
on to the
Yeah, when he got bumped and felt that,
next dimension?
yeah, if that was, because you're going to want to, because if they didn't cremate him, the wife would be like, well, we got to go in and autopsy's going to get done, and they're going to be like, well, we found this in his system. So what was trying to be hidden? And I think it was because somebody bumped into him. And back then people think that, oh, that's all spy movies and stuff. No, people did have ways of carrying on pens, on anything on their body. They can just a little bit of a button. There can be, a shot or a needle, and you can easily just bump somebody and not even know it, and cause, whether it's putting a bubble, like I don't know where that just came from, but some
Didn't
people.
Isadora just say earlier the Hermit?
Yes, she did. You got the Hermit.
I just pulled the Hermit.
So the Hermit's going within, looking inside. So that was definitely him, and I think he too knew at some point that he told his
And
friend
then
he
the
was in
Nine of
danger.
Pentacles reversed,
Reversed. Yeah.
followed by the family card again, the Six of Cups.
So was he?
And just so y'all know, I don't do reversals.
I don't
I,
even.
I put all my decks in one direction. So if a
Jesus.
card comes out reversed, that's important. That's pay attention.
Yeah, I pulled again, asking if that was the point of contact where somebody injected him with something. And again, from this deck, it's a different deck. Again, the Ten of Swords. I got the Four of Cups. Again, he didn't. I mean, the hand is a skeleton hand. He didn't see. He did see this coming, but he didn't see this coming. I got the Nine of Swords. This was quick. It was in and out. And I'm wondering if the person who did this might have been with him at a bar or had seen him at a bar, especially with the wine glasses. He was looking away. And then I got the Nine of Cups.
I had these two were the ones that just jumped
Isadora.
out and fell.
Isadora, Nine
Death
of
in the
Cups.
world.
And you got the World. But Isadora, I got the
And
Nine
the
of Cups
devil,
as
not
well.
death. I'm sorry, the devil.
You want to show that one? I was just showing Isadora. I got the Nine of Cups again too. For the
Well,
first
and I
time.
just drew Nine of Cups myself.
Yeah.
The last round.
So
But yeah, these are
definitely
the two that
somebody
just jumped
knows.
out when I was trying to shuffle. Was the world and the devil.
Yeah, they're trying to protect themselves with that Knight of Swords. Man, they went in, boom, out. Yeah. So so far this is not looking like this was natural causes at all.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
so I'm just going to ask outright. What deck do I want to use? This one, or I'll use this one. I'm just going to ask if Pat Price was murdered. Like, was he murdered, and was it because of what he knew, of what he saw? Pat, were you murdered because of what you saw and knew? Oh boy. And guess what? I just got the Hermit card.
That makes 3 times tonight the hermit's been pulled. Isadora, me, and now you.
Mm-hmm.
And how many times have we drawn the 9 of Cups?
Yeah.
3, 4 times.
So if
The
I ask,
Chariot 3 times.
so I got the five of swords, and in this deck, you know, he's got his back turned, and there comes out the knife. Um, I asked if this was because of what he saw. I got the 10 of Pentacles. Now, this isn't a base, but Alaska, there's snow, and it's covered in the mountains, Mount Hayes. So for me, there's the snow. This represents like the building, the money. This is the 10 of Pentacles, so money was involved. The Hermit too. The Hermit can also signify, look, follow the trail. There's the light. Follow the light. Go and you will discover. I also got 2 of Swords. There was a decision that needed to be made. The 2 of Pentacles, again, bouncing, what do we do? And then the 5 of Cups. And there was regret. They didn't want to, because he was one of their best assets, but I don't think they could have, chanced him speaking anymore. And at the bottom of the deck, there is the World card. So yeah, I think he wanted to. I think they were afraid of what he could, what he could see, what he could find, and he became a liability, instead of an asset.
Yeah.
Warrior Girl, Hermit represents alchemy too. Very interesting. Warrior Girl could have been drugged at the bar. Could have been a double, yes, with the
Yeah.
drink and with that poke, because he was complaining of an upset stomach. Wheel, I had the wheel earlier. Page of Swords, the Tower. Yeah, that especially that Page of Swords.
Well, I
Wow.
pulled the 4 of Wands, so somebody was celebrating and it wasn't him. Then I pulled the Hierophant.
Yep, there's the
So
Judgment.
there
The
you go.
Magician.
My final card was Death.
Well, yeah, King of Wands. Yeah. Oh, there's the cremation. There's the body going into the fire. Yeah, they knew that the minute an autopsy was done, they were going to find stuff in his system, and they knew it was going to. And there's the cup again. You know what, Warrior Girl? I think it might have been a little of both, because there's the cup
Well,
again,
and they
and the
slipped a
cup is the
Mickey in
death.
his drink.
And
You
if you
know, it
look
could
at
have
it,
been if they put him if they put a Mickey in his drink, then that could have been so that
9 of Cups again.
he would have been
5 of Swords.
too wasted, so to speak, to call for help when he started realizing something's wrong, or unable to get up and go out the door to try to find help. They very well, somebody could have slipped him something like the date rape drug. I forget the name of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you're
Archie.
aware, but you're not aware.
Yeah.
It's like you're conscious of what's happening to a certain degree, but you have no
I'm going to
control
use a
over your.
different deck. I'm going to ask if he was threatening to go to the public with what he discovered. Were you threatening to go to the public? Here, let me just take this down for a minute quick. Were you threatening to go to the public with what you knew, with what you saw? Were you threatening to go to the public path for what you saw?
What, baby? What's the problem?
Is
your blanket all messed up?
Oh, yeah. I think that's what he wanted to do.
Here, is that better?
I don't know. I'm getting material success, though. There's something to do with handing off with money, security. Yeah, I got in 2 in a row. I got the 6 of Pentacles, which has a balance on it, and then the justice with the balance too. Yeah, I think he was threatening. And then I got the eight of wands. He really was. Let me just see what else I get. King of Pentacles, their celebration. Yeah, no. And there's the 10 of swords again. So yeah, they didn't want. I'm gonna pull some more. See what else I get.
And I got cards flying and jumping all over the damn place tonight.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else?
Like the energy is spiking with all of this.
6 of Cups. The Emperor. 3 of Wands. Yes, and
Cellular and DNA memory.
Yeah.
Dark side of the universe.
Yeah. He felt trapped. Let me put you on the big screen.
Intuition activation. So you go from this to the dark side to dealing with the aliens again. And that one doesn't look friendly. I'm just saying.
I think the Arcturians are supposed to be one of the
They're supposed to be one of the enlightened
races.
Yeah.
You know, I got Scott's cards too. Let me see, because I'm getting I keep getting the same cards. I'm getting, well, this time I got the Emperor, and we know that that's government right then and there. That's military. That's, who's ever in charge. Oh, well, yeah. The Emperor of the military. I did get the 6 of Cups. Like, come here, let me give you something, a gift, nostalgia.
Yeah, I got the 6 of Cups like 3 times.
The 3 of Wands. Yeah, I think he was waiting for his ship to come. He wanted to get this information out. I'm wondering if he might have even wanted to try to. I don't think he would have blackmailed the government, but at the same time, he's standing there with 3 wands, and he's waiting for these ships to come in. But then I got defeat, man, abandoned success, tried walking away, and then the 8 of Swords. I think he kind of got himself into a little bit of a situation. I mean, he left with the file. He shouldn't have left with the file. I think that was a part of it, was that he wanted that file to get out. Okay, what can you tell me?
And really, how do we know that the body they cremated and gave to his family was his?
I don't know, but
How do we know that he's even really dead? Because I just got a card saying it's time to be transition to another dimension.
So interesting. I pulled Scott's cards too, and I also got that Circle of Life, find your soul family. But I think I also got the Choices card, and I don't know if he necessarily made the right choice moving ahead.
I also got another family card.
He was scared of what he saw. He did not like the energy. He did not like what that was reported to somebody that he knew. He did not like the feeling. It says fear will be your downfall, but at the same time, if he said something that in here, an entity around you isn't for your highest good, and I got the reptilian. So that I'm not saying it was a reptilian.
A military being. Just the depiction on that picture.
Just the energy, yeah.
Looks like it would be considered a military part of the pack,
And I also got pay attention to your heart and soul, but it's interesting. Pay attention to your heart. He had the heart attack. Physical and emotional feelings are divine guidance. So
our ancestors again. This card keeps coming up every time I use this deck.
Oh. So yeah. I just can't get it clear. I'm just going to ask if
is loosen your grip.
Here, let me put you on the big screen.
I'm just pulling random cards as I'm shuffling here.
So Isadora also got 8 of Swords and 7 of Swords. So okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Page of
was
Swords.
mentally, yeah. The 7 of Swords. Ah, the 7 of Swords. He stole. I know he took that file. Thank you, Isadora. I didn't have the 7 of Swords come up. I was getting the 5 of Swords,
The
but
Great
about defeat.
Severing.
What was that?
The Great Severing.
Oh, geez. Yeah. So yeah, mentally, the 8 of Swords. He imprisoned himself. He had that, and he knew because he told his friend.
Yeah, so either his friend was not really a friend, but a plant,
URW.
or they had his room under surveillance and they know who he spoke with and what he said.
Yeah, intuition, prudence, hard work.
And what happened to the friend?
Well, we don't know because of whoever. No, there was one video that mentioned one person's name, and then there was another article that they're trying to keep. The person wanted to keep their name safe to be protected, and they wanted out. They just went and got out of the program. So I think it was somebody also that was associated with the program or knew him, and just went silent because they were afraid that was going to happen to them. And Isadora, what does the URW mean? URW? You are Ron? You are right? I don't know. There's the lover's card again. Out in the cold. And I just got the 7 of Swords. So maybe financially, material.
Hi, Miss Tarot D.
Miss Tarot D.
The
Hello,
love
my
of my
dear.
life. My sweetie pie.
So yeah, intuition.
Oh,
prudence.
you are welcome. That's what it stands for.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I'm sitting here going, I feel like there's something.
There's so many damn initials now people use for everything. It's like, I don't know what the hell they're saying.
FYI, BTW, and then there's like TM or TY.
TMI.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, there's just so many. Whoa. Princess of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, looking at the information. Ace of Cups, the Hierophant.
Warrior Girl. Well, that new deck of cards you got. See what it says.
The Sun. Oh, there's just, I don't know. My attention just keeps getting drawn to that file. What was in that file?
Of the cosmos.
I don't think my cards can tell me what was in that. Here, let me take top.
Double mission.
Ooh. I wonder if. Oh. I wonder if he was willing to, or he was trying to work for both sides. No, he wouldn't have done that.
Carol D, it was actually Colonel Mustard in the conservatory with a hammer.
I got wealth and I got 4 of Swords. Interesting.
Or the lead pipe. That's what one of them was the lead pipe, not the hammer.
I was wondering if Pat was going to sell. Why did you take the file, Pat? Why did you? Okay, King of Cups. Why did you take the file in the first place? What were you going to do with it? Why did you take the file?
Good. I'm glad, Warrior Girl. I'm glad you like them.
Oh, did you get her some cards?
I gave her a deck of cards that I had got,
nice.
and they just didn't resonate with me. I tried, and they just No, nothing. And we were chatting, and I don't know whose chat the other day, last week, and several things that she made comments on was like lined up to exactly what that deck of cards is all about. I was like, well, actually, send me your address. I got some cards for you. And then she offered to buy them, and I said, no, it's a gift. Just, you know,
So I
got too
asked him
many
again,
damn
why
cards
did you
anyway.
take that damn file? And yes, he did steal the file. But I got the King of Cups again. And I feel like that's him. He was listening to his heart. He wanted to do what was right. I got the Seven of Wands again, valor, standing up for what he believed in. He took the file. There's the lovers. There's that relationship. And then I got the King of Swords, and they came in and they ended
Got
that.
inner earth. He was remote viewing a cave, right?
No, he was
A
supposed to be.
mountain,
No,
inside of a mountain.
yeah, he wasn't meant to though.
Yeah, but that's where he went.
That's
Inner
where he
earth.
went.
He went inside the mountain.
I'm not. I'm looking at a joke Miss Tarot D is putting in the chat. Sherry sent me baseball cards. Difficult reading them. Keep striking out.
Jerry sent you a voodoo doll. Behave or I'm going to stick a pin in it.
Oh, for people who may not have seen it, speaking of, I got to show you what Miss Sherry sent me for Christmas. I got my own, and this one
She
it
got
says,
her own voodoo doll now.
"My little kitty, my little black voodoo kitty." So this was my gift from Sherry. Isn't that cute,
Yeah, the minute I
everybody?
saw that, I was like, oh, that's
It's
Heather's.
Muzzy. Okay, so what? Okay, I just really want to know what he saw.
And this
What
damn card,
scared you?
every time I pull from this deck, this card comes up. Star Ancestors. Every damn draw I do from this deck, that card comes up.
Why did you want people to see what was in that file? What was in that file? What
I
did you
said
see?
Juno the skeleton.
Oh God, yes,
There
her and
was
her.
one that was Skeleton Jack, like based off of Nightmare Before Christmas. It was a skeleton. When I saw that, I thought, oh, that's Juno. So I got that one for her and sent it to her.
Warrior Girl says she's from Andromeda. So I asked what was in the file, what was, and I got swiftness when he went in. It was quick. I got the 5 of Wands. There was strife. He did not like what he was seeing. I mean that's the
Lifting the
fire,
veil.
everything. And I got again the 4 of Pentacles, earthly power. He something in there because one of the things that they're talking about is that because of the space being there, that might be what affects a lot of planes and situations that happen there. Especially when that one Japanese airline that was actually challenged by them. They had the UFOs come right up to the plane and just kind of like, I mean, they said the pilots said they could feel the heat coming off of them. They were that close to the plane. And so there's something definitely going on there that they don't want anybody to know about. And that's where I'm
Look what
feeling
Miss
too with
Carol
that.
D put.
For a $30 Patreon membership, Miss Sherry will send you your very own root. Oh,
That's what I need to do. That's an excellent idea. That could be
I
something
would
I'll
like
offer.
to know. I'm going to use
The
my home.
last card I drew was lifting the veil.
Yep, that's what he was doing. But I think that mountain with that base being in there, if it's still there, is what causes a lot of portals.
It's
What
still there.
people go disappearing. What type of, is it good energy or is it bad energy that's there? Oh, and
Um,
there, the Y Files is starting to premiere.
yeah, I didn't
There's
even
the
know they
Three
had a
of
show tonight.
Wands. 3 of Wands, King of Cups. There's that King of Cups again, and a gift. I don't know. Oh, and at the bottom is my tower.
I just keep getting the same thing.
Yeah.
It's it's familial, almost like family related,
Hmm.
and somebody jumped the gun.
Yes, Miss Taro D. What happened was is that the family, his wife, weren't notified that he died until they took his body,
And
took everything out of the room, and cremated him. She didn't even get a chance to see him to say goodbye. There was no autopsy, a chance for the autopsy to be done. And they just said, "Oh, your husband died. Here's his ashes."
which
I
is
mean,
like,
yeah.
how do we know it was his body that got cremated? That's where I'm at now.
I mean, it probably was him because he had that file and they didn't want him talking. I think he was just too good. That's a cleanup job. Yes, it is, Rosanna. Um, I'm just going to ask, was any branch of our government or military involved with his passing?
The right question should be, how many of our branches
Yeah.
are involved in
Oh yeah, that looks like a really good card.
it?
Yes, they were. He tried to
Hello.
walk away. He tried to get away. And this is supposed to be the Four of Wands celebration or whatever. Well, yeah, no, I like using this too for Oracle. So yeah, they're taking how many do
What
you think?
deck is that?
And then there's this one too, the Five of There Was Conflict. This is the Tarot of the Haunted House by Sasha Graham.
I like that.
I'll see you in the morning, but I don't have school tomorrow.
Okay. The
Yeah, my
voice.
brother hasn't had school all week long because the water's out at his
Yeah.
school.
Yep.
They don't
Hi,
have
Michelle
water.
Marie. That's a scary card. Yes, it is. It's supposed to be Four of Wands, foundation. Some people say it's all about celebration, but the Four of Wands, depending on it, really just talks about foundation, and it depends on what kind of celebration. But when here, I'm just going to for just to let me put me on the big thing here. He tried walking away. He tried getting away with this, and no, they caught him. And this guy up there, he's got a little sword in his hand. They're all looking at you. Was this anything described to the government? Yes. Five of Wands. This really caused conflict. And there again, there is the Chariot at the bottom. I took the top three. Now I'm taking the bottom three. And then there's the Three of Swords, and that's a stake right through the heart. And then the Nine of Pentacles. So they had to make sure that now it's weird that I got the Nine of Pentacles though, or the Queen, excuse me. No, that's the Queen of Pentacles. Um, oh yeah, military. Lady Liberty, female. Yeah, and there's the rabbit down the hole. So I want a clarifier on that Queen of Pentacles. Can I have because that one does not make sense to me. Can I have a clarifier for the Queen of Pentacles? There's the Three of Wands again. I keep getting the Three of Wands, and then that female with the candles. What's the next one? Seven of Swords. Stealing, taking the. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he tried
Hi,
bringing it. He
Michelle.
tried bringing it to light. He tried illuminating, and took, and it just did not. Yeah. Nope. 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 Did you have any more cards you wanted me to put you on the big screen for?
Sure.
She's like, sure.
First one I pulled was the World. And there's that damn Six of Cups again. Every draw I've done tonight has had a Six of Cups in it.
Hi, Book Bewitched.
And it ended with the Fool. So was he foolish in thinking
Did you steal
he could get away?
Strength card. Interesting. Oh boy. Yeah. Can I just say, anyone got skeletons in their closet?
Yeah.
That's the hangman in this deck. There's the hangman again. Knight of Swords. Yeah. He was overpowered. Oh wow, are there any questions that we didn't think we could? I just, for me, this was not natural causes, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. This was not at all natural causes. He saw something he wasn't meant to see. He took the file. He wanted to get it out there. Whether he tried tried blackmailing it or selling it for money, I don't know, because it's kind of weird. That's something I want to see if he was going to try to sell that information, because I was getting we were both getting 5 of Pentacles several times.
Yep.
Just really quick. At price, were you trying to sell the information to the highest bidder? Were you trying to sell the information? Oh, what did I get? Because I said I was getting the 5 of Pentacles. I got the 5 of Pentacles in this deck. I got the Empress. And I got the 2 of Wands, which is a Ouija board. That's interesting. Empress. Yeah. I'm going to get a clarifier for that Empress. And there's the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom. Again, with the 2 of Swords. They keep going side by side whenever I pull them out. And then there's the Fire with the body and about to go in. So yeah, decision. Yeah. I'm going to get a clarifier for the
6 of Wands.
her.
He felt like he was going to be able to bring it to the world and be the hero. But he was a fool. That's not what happened.
Whoa, what the hell?
And then the 10 of Cups. More cups. There are far too many cups in these readings tonight. Very, very emotional.
Oh boy. Okay. I keep getting the same cards. Yeah, he did want. I kind of feel it because there's that 5 of Pentacles, that scarcity. That could be very well because people didn't know enough. He felt like people were left out in the cold, left out in the dark. That might be what the 5 of Pentacles. With the Empress, I asked for a clarifier, and I got the 5 of Wands again. And there's the people in their robes with the fire, with their torches. So for me, I think he wanted to bring this, and she's holding a light. I think he wanted to bring this to light. I got that 8 of Cups again. Wanted to walk away, and I got look at this, 3 2s in a row. The 2 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords. Wow. Trying to manifest a balance, made a decision, and in the end, there's the Fire with the body. And then 3 cards flew out, and there's the King of Cups again, which I feel was him. He was doing it, from an emotionally good place. Like he was trying to, be honest and open and reflective about it. And unfortunately, there's the stake in the heart, the 3 of Swords, and also the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it didn't quite work. He worked at it, but it just, yeah. That's one thing, you can't outsmart the government. Big Brother is watching, even through my iPad right now. Hi. I mean, see, did anybody add anything? Hourglass Tarot. Who is that? Hello, welcome to my chat.
I don't know, but thank you and welcome.
Yes. Yeah, we were just taking a quick look tonight. This is a very detailed to really do. This could even be another part 2, because there was more information that was coming up on other websites that appeared on my phone but didn't appear on my iPad. So this could very well be, a part 2. Thank you, Miss Tarot D. Let me just see if Isadora was really slamming them cards. Book Bewitched, yay. No, I don't think. But Isadora, really, you're very good with the readings. Even if you just did like a picture, you know, and you just did the voice, like Gerald's Jeffrey did. He just put up the speaker that said, Jeffrey's voice, and then he would talk. You didn't see him, but there's the speaker. Great
Leave it to
handle.
Gerald.
Yeah, that is a great handle. I like that. Very cool. So it is 9:10. Like I said, I wasn't going to keep Sherry long or people long.
I'm
Yeah,
starting to droop.
Hourglass Tarot. Very cool. Yep. And I already took myself ready for bed. So yeah, if
Yeah,
anybody would like to in chat and comments, or reach out and maybe think of other questions or perspectives, and if you would like to see a part two, let me know. Um
absolutely. I'm
but
game.
as much as Sherry and I are seeing that, no, this was,
There's a
according
lot
to
more
our,
people out here. There's a lot of
it
readers
was in,
just right here in the chat that
and this was not
check
natural
out their
causes.
channels. Yeah.
This was not a
Um,
natural cause. This was, he was taken out, and I'm not going to accuse the
we're
government, but
always happy to see you, Miss
I'm,
Terrell D.
yes.
That's the love of my life
Aw, a
and her
lot of
husband.
our lives.
Yeah.
I love to see you do another haunted house story. Oh, okay. Well, the haunted house tarot that I'm using, or a haunted house story.
Yeah,
So,
I'm about to look into that deck. I like those. I like the pictures.
yep, it's by Sasha Graham, and she actually has videos on her channel where she talks about the storyline, because it's based on a storyline that she wrote, a book, or like a
Okay.
mini story, and it goes through the heroine inheriting, a mansion, and da 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 da. So I haven't watched them all, but apparently Ginger Faye has had Sasha Graham on her channel as a guest, so that's pretty.
Wow.
Both, Heather. Okay. Yes, we love Miss Tarot D. We've
Yeah.
been with her for quite some time now, through all the, and
A
again
sweetheart.
too, with her cancer struggles, and to also still keep Deb H. She's another reader who is battling cancer right now and other health issues. So keeping her in our prayers and thoughts as well. And hopefully, she gets better soon. And Sherry, thank you for joining me. Thank you,
You're
everybody,
welcome.
for
Thank you for
joining.
asking me.
And really quick
I
before
was
we
just
end,
gonna veg out tonight and not do anything, and then you sent me that message. It's like, yeah, let's do that.
so do you have any shows planned for the weekend?
Actually, yes. Polyterology tomorrow night on the Cool Crone channel, and then Sunday is Juno and my first show back together on Sunday afternoons. We're gonna do it once a month on the fourth Sunday of the month.
Very cool.
And then Monday is the premiere of my new show
Ooh,
called Draining the Swamp with my co host
ooh,
Mel Gore and Arthur.
more
Ease your mind.
politics.
It's all politics on that one. That was strictly a political show. And
Wow,
then
lots of politics.
I got some stuff going on next weekend. And then I got Lori, the Way of Positive Change, is going to come on my channel and be a guest the day before Mardi Gras. And I finally got the nerve up to email her and ask her, would you be a guest? She's like, sure.
Nice.
So, and I'm doing a Mardi Gras weekend. I mean, it's already Mardi Gras season here, so there's constantly
But
stuff
that's
going.
not till, oh, that's right. That is in February. I keep thinking it's March.
Yeah, well, it's the day before Ash Wednesday, so
Gotcha.
but uh Dr. Ann, who's in New Zealand, She's never experienced Mardi Gras.
Hi, Missy.
And we were talking about it on Zoom one day. And I said, well, I said, that's not cool. We got to have a Mardi Gras party then. So that weekend, Mardi Gras weekend, I'm doing a special Mardi Gras show. So Dr. Ann can experience Mardi Gras. She was already like, oh, I got to buy beads and I got to get this and I got to get that. I'm like, there you go. Have fun with it.
Here
And
we go. Oh, Sherry, will you be able to do a live from the Mardi Gras celebration? I'm
on
thinking like
Mardi Gras Day,
outside where we can
I
see
doubt
everybody
if I'm
dance.
going to get out there. I tend to avoid it if I can. Um, but I am going to do a live the weekend of Mardi Gras and then the day before Mardi Gras. And
Yes, Isadora,
depending on if
before
I
and
can vote
after.
Miss Tarot D into it, I might do one on Mardi Gras Day if
Ooh,
she's
that
feeling
would
up
be
to it.
interesting.
And then that way we can do a collab together again. And I'm going to be on Michelle's show, Astrological Tarot, Wednesday, this coming Wednesday.
Very cool. Yep, I'm going to be a guest in March. I can't wait. Michelle's very
Yay.
popular. She's booking out, so
Yes, she's
I'm going to be
lovely
with her on the 20th of March. So I'm
inside
looking
and
forward to
out.
that.
So I enjoy watching her.
And she says they have Mardi Gras bouquets at Costco.
Well, what was it? The day after New Year's, that's when all the grocery stores started stocking in the Mardi Gras cakes. So people have already been buying Mardi Gras cake like crazy. King cakes. And what we call king cakes. I've already bought several myself.
Isadora said we should all dress up for Mardi Gras. Not me. Well, no, I don't know. I have beads, but not Mardi Gras beads.
Well, they're behind the screen, and I'm not going to move the screen because y'all need to see my junk pile. But I've got several masks, although I'm on the hunt for a new one.
Mm.
Um, I've got several Mardi Gras masks and tiaras, and um,
Yes, Miss Sherry likes her bling.
I like
Her,
bling.
her and
Yeah.
Miss Tarot D like their bling. And here we go. Yes, because Isadora had asked if she should cleanse her cards before use, and I tend to do that. I light my incense, I cleanse my cards before, and I try to make sure I do them afterwards, but always before in case I get distracted and I'm too tired or I need to do something. I always, usually, smudge mine before. And Miss Tarot
Yeah.
D said you can do a simple cleansing by shuffling and asking all negativity to leave for more intense cleaning. Check my channel videos for various
Yep.
methods.
Yep. Um, I can't burn incense in the house because my brother's allergic. So, but whenever I'm getting ready to do a new read, a fresh reading, I'll take my cards and I'll knock on them to like knock off the old energy, and then I'll just sit and shuffle
That's
and
very
have
popular.
them for a little while to get my energy on them. When I get a new deck, like this is a new deck that I'm
Hi,
working
Teresa.
on. My Angels and Auras Oracle deck is beautiful too. But when I first get a new deck, the first thing I do is I take it out, and I know some people just chunk the book, they never look at it. But I go through the book and I read it front to back because I want to know what was the intention that the author had for that deck. Why did they create this deck? What was the purpose of it? What was their intention for the cards and for how they wanted them used? And so I'll go through the book, and then as the book goes through, then I'll go through the cards one at a time and just kind of hold it, and then I'll read that thing on the page on that card and just
Yeah.
kind of,
Usually there's too much information. I can't remember it all with each book, but
I don't
there are
even try
times
to
when I
remember it.
read, I'll know I'll need to go to that book because I'll feel pulled to the book and I'll be like, okay, I got to go to the book. I got to pull up the page on this card and there's going to be a line or two that's going to jump right out at me that's meant for that read. And typically it works. And so that's the process I do, the method.
Yeah, I mean, I go through in the beginning because it's a new deck, and then that way I get my energy on every card, and I read the little excerpt in the book to go with that card. I don't remember it. I'm never going to remember it.
Mm-mm.
When I go to use the card the next time, I'm still going to have to look on the book if it doesn't speak to me. But I found that when I started doing that, I have to look at the book less and less because even if what I'm picking up isn't what's in the book, it's usually in the same vein as the book,
Mm.
and that's just once in a while I'll get a message that's really off somewhere else, and it's like, okay, it's different meaning today, but just that's what works for me. So everybody has their
Yeah.
own way of doing it.
And for me, I have Ginger Faye. Divine Tarot and Musing is going to be joining Allison and I for our Friday show.
Yay.
And Sunday, Jeff Bailey, Tarot Ask Backwards, will be joining me again for an evening of us sharing our poetry, doing some tarot reads, and then doing poems based on cards that we pull for people. That's always fun. And then Monday, I'm going to be start doing, I don't know if it's going to be every week, but on Mondays, Miss Nancy from Macron's Intuition, I will be doing divine feminine goddess readings from our decks. Um, and that'll be like at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So looking forward to that. And I think that's it for that. And Miss Terrell D mentioned that if she has some energy, she might do a live this weekend. And Miss Terrell D, I think you saw my message, but it was so cute. Allison pulled up Scout on her lap yesterday near the end of our investigative tarot. We were all like, "Where's Miss Tarot D? Her Scout is here." So it's near the end. It's really cute. She picked him up, and so maybe he'll be making another appearance tomorrow night. So again, everybody, thank you for joining Shari and I. Shari, thank you for joining me.
Thank you
And
for
we will
inviting me.
see you in chat or on a live. But otherwise, have a great rest of your week. And we will talk to you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Mwah. Love you all.